This is The Real Shift with Templeton Walker
and Kristen Cantrell,
where we break down all things Real Broker, why we both decided to move our businesses to Real Brokerage. We interview top agents from across the nation, like you're going to hear today. You guys, welcome back to The Real Shift podcast with Templeton and
Kristen.
And we are honored to have our good friend here, Shay Noonan.
Woo.
We're going to hear her story, why she came to Real, what brought you here, what you're doing now, and what we're excited for in the future. Thanks for being here.
Boom. I love it. Thanks for having me, guys.
You guys got a high five. Come on.
Okay, let's
High
high
five.
five. Yes.
Love it.
Okay, Cliff Notes. I know a lot of people, they really want to hear about why Real, what that's done for your business, your team, but can you just give us like the Cliff Notes of your progress in real estate?
So I had been with Sotheby's and I was at Flat Fee, my home group. And I just felt like I had hit this ceiling. I was really diving into content at that time. And I was like, nobody else is like making content around here. I just felt like I wasn't in the right spot. And so I started exploring. Actually, Kristen and it's like a wild story.
I hope you tell this story.
It very much involves Kristen, which is such a like full circle moment. But I was heavily considering EXP. I was like, that's where I'm gonna go. It's time. I don't like change. I don't like it. It took me,
it took
a
you a while
year
to get there,
and a half. And
What, you went to EXP?
I was going to. That was my
We
goal.
talked about it for about a year.
With you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah.
year is this?
I don't know, like 3 years ago, 4 years, maybe 5.
I joined Real 3 years ago in February, so about 3 years ago.
Okay,
Like,
so you're considering EXP, and
She
then
was,
that's when
like,
you find
coming
Real?
ready. Like
She
I
was
ready.
like coming to EXP.
I all but like had my business cards printed. Like I was going.
She was in.
And another full circle moment. I was here at Be Real Media, and I had heard, Be Real Media. I had heard Shannon Gillette was making a move from Launch. That was the other brand I was considering. Do I go like local boutique,
Luxury,
like the just classic path, or do I go more EXP, like, and really focus into my content and growing my brand? And Brandon said to me, "Oh, Shannon Gillette made a move. She's going to Real." I'm like, who's that? I literally was like, who, what? And so I just kind of like planted that bug, and I started to see, I saw Kelly made the move. You had like just made the move. And I was like, all right, maybe I need to just see this through and explore it just a little bit. And so I did. I met with Kelly, and I started to go between the two brands. Do I go Real or do I go EXP? And Real seemed incredibly risky. But at the same time, I loved knowing that I would be a part of something growing. And I loved that the stock at the time was like $1.20. And I was like, dang, like that's $1.20 in stock that has the potential to go way bigger. So I kind of saw this opportunity of being like the new kid on the block with this new company. And I made the move, but I was terrified. I also knew I could, I can always go to EXP, right? I can always make that move, but I got to try this new thing. And I did it. And I took the jump, and I called Kristen, like I was crying. I was like, I have to do this. I have to go to this. I have to go to Real.
I should have went with you at that time, damn it.
I know.
No, you came at the perfect
I
time
know,
with the
I
perfect
did,
person.
I did.
You
And
just
that's
chill.
the thing, right? Like everything works out,
Yeah,
but
it really
like
does.
what a full circle moment to like be sitting
Did that
here.
experience, Kristen, help? Was it one of the seeds that got planted of Real for you? Of
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm tired of losing.
Yeah,
quality.
I didn't have a lot of these exact scenarios, but there was other scenarios where I'd lost like one of my icon agents to Real, and she's like, "How can you not see this?" And I'm like, "I don't get it. It looks like just a rip off of EXP." And I was super ignorant to where I just like put that in place for myself. So I wasn't open at that time.
But we were babies. Like that our company,
Like 8,000 agents?
yeah, it was right around the time we hit 7,000. They had just hired Sharon. Like think of the
Yeah.
like
didn't
what
know
a
what we
time to
had.
be alive.
You guys really did have something so cool in the beginning.
But
Like,
we didn't
so
know
cool.
it.
You didn't.
But if we zoom out,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a plan.
if we zoom out, I think we're still in, like, I don't think we've hit
No,
like, the,
I think
the
we're
exponential
like
growth.
ramping up, like you said, and we talk about this all the time. I think the next 18 months are going to be just like amazing growth.
Yeah.
Every agent I talk to that is considering it, and a lot of people are right now because it's end of the year, so they're like, so I'm having a lot of conversations right now. I'm
So
like,
much, yeah.
you are not late. You know, whatever late is. And honestly, you have to make business decisions, and I want to get into your team and why it makes sense to build it at Real. One, so you kind of gave us the perspective as to the timing of how you got here.
Yeah.
But running a team at Real, if you end up looking at the math on the long vision, I just haven't seen math that makes more sense for me to be a productive realtor.
Yeah.
100%.
Can you talk to that? So you have a team of 8.
Yeah, and I didn't when I came to Real. I did not have a team.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so you were
actually
solo.
didn't know you had a team of 8 right now. That's awesome.
It's not about a team.
Give us the frame on that some. So
I had a team at my home group. When I moved to Real, I dismantled it because I'm like, well, the rev share component gives me the ability to keep these agents but not have to be like the team lead. And so I went the first year and a half at Real with being solo. And it was great. It was like when you break up with somebody and you just need to be single for a little bit. Like I needed that time. But Real gave me the tools to really get my shit together and like figure things out and understand what it means to truly run a business, to truly be a leader, to truly have systems. I didn't have any of that at my last brokerage.
Yeah.
And I was just like flying by the seat of my pants. And so it gave me the tools to be like, I can do a team again.
Yeah.
you know what I love about Real too, because of the rev share and the way we're connected, one Real, one culture, the collaboration. So I think your growth is no surprise because you start to realize that your problems aren't unique and you're not on an island. And like you can make those calls and lean on someone who actually has a monetary benefit of helping you.
Yeah.
And human beings, they tend to help a bit more when they get paid, turns out.
Yeah.
So
Was that Kelly Cook who helped you a ton with your team structure?
I used his commission or his payout structure with the team, his split structure. That was a huge thing that I based my own on. But through Real, I got plugged into, there's a lot of Tom Ferry, coaching clients at Real. It's huge. So I started going to a Tom Ferry event and then I got a coach. And then my coach really helped me with, hey, you need admin, you need this, you need to learn how to hire, how to fire. There's so much.
Treat it like a business.
You have to treat it like a business. So it just became this path that I slowly went down.
Well, I think it's really cool because just like you've only been at Real for 3 years, is what you're saying. In February, it'll be 3 years. You went over as a solo agent. Now you are a high producing agent who has a team of 8, who has a network of 225 people.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like that's like just think of what a short amount of time and how much growth that is.
It's crazy.
That's insane. Like what if you were still at like an independent brokerage?
It wouldn't even be possible. And I think, too, there's a component of Real where when you come from a HomeSmart or My Home Group or you think you kind of have it all figured out and I need more. And then you come and you're like, I'm this very small fish and whoa, there are people doing wild numbers, wild production numbers. And now I'm in this room of like, I am uncomfortable in a good way.
Yes.
And now I need to level up.
Yeah, and you're seeing people think beyond the transaction and building these amazing businesses that aren't production based too. So it's just like your mind's blown. I was literally when I went to EXP, I'll never forget. I went to this huge event and I was just sitting there and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. And I loved that feeling. You explained it so well. Like it's like you're uncomfortable, but in a good way.
Yeah. And I feel like Real, it's not going to bring you, it's not like the second you switch your license in the system to Real that you're just going to, your phone's going to ring, you're going to get more business. It doesn't bring you more work, it brings you more lanes.
Well, what I've seen watching you at Real is that you didn't just make this move where it's like, okay, I'm moving brokerages. You moved and you plugged in.
Yeah.
And you just won an award, which was the Work Hard, Be Kind award at Rise, which is a huge deal, you guys. But she's like leaned into the brokerage and really participated in it. And I think that's a huge like reason why you've grown like you have.
And I'm so glad you said that because one of my biggest pet peeves, and the industry's full of it, is like a brokerage change alone isn't going to change your life, right? Like it's shiny object syndrome. We tend to make jumps because we're uncomfortable. There's this discomfort and we're just looking for an easy button. Like if you jump into Real, plug in.
Jump in.
Get on the calls, get in the rooms, show up to the events, talk to your fellow agents at Real. There's immense opportunities, but you have to be the one to plug in.
Yeah.
And that is the hardest thing to get people, I think, to understand.
I agree.
We've seen that as we talk to people. Like we'll be transparent with them on the initial call. I'm like, look, you're only going to get out of this what you put into it.
Totally.
And that's anywhere you go.
Yeah.
But what it gives back, the value it gives back, is insane. And you know, like you were coming from 100% shop, you're probably paying $300-400 a file.
Yeah.
Which I'm always having to do the math with agents that are coming over, and I'm like, hey, I get it. And if that's the only measurement you have, you might sway that direction a little bit. But I don't want to be a broker. You don't want to be a broker. We have to pay a broker.
Yeah.
So now the conversation isn't cost, it's value. And when I think of your story and the value you've gotten over 3 years, it's like,
It's crazy.
that's why we have this podcast. Cause
Yeah.
I'm like screaming it to the
Yeah.
world. I'm like, you need to know about this.
Not to mention, I just looked at the full picture numbers this past week. And so I looked at what I have made at the company in RevShare since I joined. So it'll be 3 years in February. What I've made in RevShare and what I've made in stock, it's almost $200,000.
That's so cool.
So like big picture
Insane.
that, right, for a second of like everything that has grown, and that has nothing to do with what I've made buying and selling real estate. And you go in 3 years, that's how much I've made just doing my job and plugging in and like doing the damn thing. And that is wild. And you sit there and how many people overanalyze the split, like the
Oh my
12,000
gosh.
cap and
It's so true.
but my transaction fee is this much. And it's like,
If you hit elite, which you do, you're going to give them 18 grand a year. You're going to give real 18 grand a year. So you gave them over 3 years, I'm public math, I don't know, 54 grand.
Public math.
Ugh. You gave them 54 grand.
yeah.
And
I'm
they
not good at
gave
math.
you,
I'm like,
Sure.
I think that's right.
Sounds great.
they
Yeah.
gave you 50, you gave them 54 and they gave you 200.
It's crazy, yeah. And that doesn't even include like when
What?
you get the 16,000 every year in stock, then like how it grows and what it does. I mean, there's just like it's
And
very
what that can become,
exponential.
I did a Zoom with a friend. I'm not going to name him because I'm going to tell some numbers here, but like he's been there 4 years. He's only grown a network of like 50 people, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But he's taken that rev share every time he hits elite and he takes his rev share and he buys real stock. He has almost 300,000 shares
Dang.
of real stock. So if you do the math on that, he has, even at our stock being at $3 or $4, he has $1 million.
Yeah.
What happens if we run to 30, 40, $50 a share, which I believe we will?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it's crazy.
like game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want my name in that hat. I want,
Exactly.
And also, you want to be around people having these conversations because this isn't normal in real estate.
Yeah.
Like this conversation right here, like I don't hear that at normal real estate events, you know?
Right. Well, real estate is so much more than just helping people buy and sell homes.
It's so much more.
But getting people to realize that they literally are like deal to deal. My
Yeah.
pipeline, my deals. But when you start talking, like there's so many other ways to make money in real estate.
yeah.
and just like planting seeds for the future. And too many realtors, we've all seen them. They're still, I hope I am selling at 60, 65 years old because I want to, not because I have to.
Yeah.
And I think about you, you just hit 225 in your rev.
Yeah.
In her network.
In your
In my
network.
network, yeah.
I guarantee you, just because it starts to grow exponentially outside of you, you'll hit 1,000 people in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and your rev share is willable to your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about retirement and sustainability. I just don't know another game.
I don't either.
And I played the game. I'm an investor. I own a bunch of houses. And I worked so hard at that for 15 years. Structured debt, evictions, property management, DSCR loans, you name it. And RevShare pays more than my entire portfolio inside 2 years.
That's so
I love
cool.
that story.
I'm like,
So
what the
good.
heck? Like, that's why I'm just so stoked on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, because it's like when it hits you in the head, it like hits you, and you're just like, I cannot believe everyone doesn't see this.
Well, I always give Kristen credit too, because I wasn't even looking at it. Because like RevShare, I had broken lines. I only had 1 and 2. So I was making like 6 grand, 8 grand, sometimes 10 grand in a month, which I was so thankful for. But I was like missing on so much stuff. And then when she came over, she's a builder. It's the way her mind thinks. She builds community. And I was like, oh my God. Like, so I've only been really trying at this now for like 6 to 8 months.
And he just hit 600 agents in his network,
So
which is
wild.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I text her
Heck
when I
yeah.
hit 600
Heck
that
yeah.
day. I
That's
text her.
cool.
I was like, freaking love you. Thank you.
Amazing.
If you ever need anything, because she's
Yeah.
half of my org.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. One great relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple great relationships, and it goes.
Yeah.
You know, think about Kelly. He got me, and I told him the day he got me, I was like, I'm gonna be the greatest person you've ever got.
I love that.
And he was like, okay. Well, and then now he's always like, what do you want? You want steak? You
Yeah.
want?
What
I'm
do you
paying.
think? Yeah.
So
He's so great. I love him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about the vibe.
Yeah.
Is it called Vibe Society?
It's
or
called
The
Vibe Society, yeah.
Vibe Society.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is like really cool because this is where you're really going to see what the one real culture is. And so explain to them what that is.
Yeah, we just felt that there was a component of Real and the Academy missing when it came to like a weekly women's only call. And so also when you hit elite and if you want to unlock the 8,000, you need to have something in the Academy, the
cultural award.
cultural award. And so we kind of sat down and like what's missing from the Academy that we could do on a weekly basis that is going to be beneficial. And there's content, there's YouTube, there's so many things already. So we decided to just do a women's only group, but take it further and have a Facebook group and just really have it be a place that women in real estate can learn. But we're very open about like, there's no fluff. Like, it's not a place to come and like talk about like school pickup woes and stuff. It's very much like
Tactical.
run your business. Very tactical. There's a lot of other places for more the emotional side of the business. Ours is very tactical driven of running your business properly.
And it's ran by you and Whitney
and
Casey.
Whitney and Casey. Yeah. And so it's been fun. We just launched it back in like July, but
Where do people find it?
Facebook is the Vibe Society, and then we're in the Academy on Wednesdays.
So I think,
Wednesdays at 10.
I think if you're listening to this and maybe you're not like understanding the back end, we have what's called Real Academy, which is where elite agents are teaching us, tons of classes. However, we have this other thing I think it's called the community or one community.
Yeah, it's the Academy's like the umbrella, and there's the pre-recorded master classes that you can plug into at any time.
Which are so good because they're taught by, when we say elite agent, these people are selling about 30 homes or more a year, and they're boots on the ground doing it like right now.
Yeah, and they come up with really cool topics, and those are great because they're pre-recorded. You can listen to them at any time, and then the One Real community is live. There's Zooms. They're interactive. I think people always think like, there are those people who are like, no, but I want to be able to turn my mic on and be able to ask a question.
Yeah.
Those classes, the One Real community classes that are live, are for that.
Yeah, and so when anybody decides to do a weekly call like Shay has, it's open to everybody at Real. I mean, for this one, it's just girls, which I love.
Yeah, ladies only.
Yeah, ladies only. But I go into 2 different calls every Tuesday. One is production based that our agents go into, and the other one is for agent attraction. And again, it's open to everybody, where you have other companies that have the same model as us, but it's like, you can only come on this call if you're in my downline, right? And so what's really cool about the One Real network is it's not like that. So it's welcome to everybody.
Yeah, and plug into those. Like, I scream it from the rooftops. The calls are so wildly helpful, and I think a majority of agents just aren't taking advantage of them, and it's crazy.
I agree.
They're so good.
They're
so good. And I think people's misconception is you're going to get on and just be a fly on the wall, but they're not. They're packed with information. They're interactive, and it's really a big part of who we are.
Yeah.
And there's such a width. Like, if you're struggling with prospecting or online lead gen or hiring and firing or mindset or any of it, all of the top agents, this is what Real has done so well, is they incentivized the activity.
Yeah.
There's $8,000 on the table if our smartest and brightest minds teach.
Yep.
So guess what? There's a lot of teaching happening because there's an incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the correct culture.
Yeah.
Right? But like, anything you want to learn is on there. I know when I had restarted Templeton Group for like the third time 3 years ago, I was like going to do an onboarding process, like a whole training. And then I went into Reels. I had moved to Reel, and I was like, oh, I don't need it. Theirs is going to be 10 times better than whatever I go create.
Yep.
So we just utilized that.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah, pick what your lane is. Like, what are you focused on, and just commit. I was like, commit to one class a week in the academy. If it's YouTube, there's incredible calls on YouTube. Like, what is it that you need more of? And I think the one thing we hear all the time is like, I need culture, I need collaboration. Okay, if you're a woman, like, come on our call. You've got an amazing group, an amazing Facebook group. There are so many avenues, but you just have to know what you need and just commit to plugging into it.
Well, and when you're bringing people into the company, I want you to think about this. If you're like a team leader, a builder, like, leverage is so insanely huge. People can only listen to me for so long, right? They're gonna be like, I'm over Kristen. And so then I'm like, oh my gosh, Shay has this amazing group. So now I get to leverage Shay. Or maybe, I know Tim Macy and Katie Day have an amazing marketing group every single week. So if somebody's coming to me and they're so focused on that, I'm like, you should go to this. So really, like, my value, I get to stay in my sweet spot. And when somebody's like done learning from me, good, go to the next person. That's fantastic,
Yeah, totally.
So what is your vision with Real for the next, I think we've been talking about this 18-month window, right? I just think we're going to see a ton of growth. I think we double in size. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
How do you position yourself, play a key part of that? I mean, you won an award, only 4 people won out of 31,000 agents, which is insane.
that is so
You're a very important piece of this company. How do you play a part in that growth, and what are you excited about, and how are you going to be strategic, and how can people plug in with you?
Yeah, I love this company so much. I agree with you. I think like 26 is going to just be our year of explosion. I think all of the tech that we're rolling out, we are the first to roll this out, and it is going to be a game changer. And so I'm so excited to see where AI and everything that our tech team's been working on for the last 4 years is going to all come to a head in 26, and it's just going to be insane. And I don't think anybody out there is going to beat us to it, and I think everybody else is going to be running to catch up with us, and it's going to be amazing for us all to see happen.
Do you think that's Hey Leo?
Hey Leo is going to be, I think, such a game changer. We bought Fly Homes. A lot of people don't really.
I just utilized them last month. It was streamlined.
So cool. So that purchase on our end is going to integrate consumer and us, and I also think it's going to make the way we search for homes is going to change. I think you're going to be able to search for things now. You can say, I want white cabinets, and it's going to run the photos. It's going to look, and it's going to be able to only show you homes with white cabinets. Yeah. It's going to change for the consumer, for sellers, because now if somebody wants white cabinets, it's going to be easier for them to find those things. And I just think AI is going to change the entire game
It's already
for
happening.
everybody.
I think you told me like 70 to 80% of consumers are already using some form of AI, large language model to search for homes.
I mean, that statistic is huge.
Yeah. And Zillow's now included in that because Zillow integrates with ChatGPT now. So I think you're going to see everything change in terms of the way consumers search. So we as agents are going to have to pivot, and we're going to have to set ourselves up properly to comply with AI searches so that our sellers are able to be found. And our company, I think that's something, I don't know if you guys realized it when you moved over, but we're the fastest growing tech brokerage, that didn't mean anything to me. I was like, cool. Like, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world, but now I see it.
Yeah,
and I see where that statement is wild, and that's going to be our key to success. And it's going to be so fun to watch.
It's tech and I didn't mean to cut you out. It's tech and I utilized Real Wallet last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that Real Wallet comes in.
Yeah.
And I have my card. But one day I woke up and it said it would give me $154,000 uncollateralized line of credit. I borrowed it just out of curiosity for a good piece of content.
Yeah.
So I just have it sitting there. I paid $2,500. It's an expensive piece of content, but I have this sick piece of content. So I borrowed the $150 that I'm going to go put against a flip. I'll probably go make 50 grand or whatever. I'll pay it back. So this is going to be a longer piece of content. But like, what brokerage is saying, hey, dude, here's 150 grand because they know my rev share, they know my commissions, they know my stock. They're like, hey, he's...
Yeah, they do it based on like the income that's coming in. So our last episode where you said this, I never had looked at mine, so I went into my Real Wallet. Like, I've been in Real Wallet.
Oh, you sent me a screenshot. You have like 200.
I have almost $200,000 that they'd lend me.
Yeah, you guys, building business requires capital, and you need access to funds.
You do. Yeah. And otherwise, what are you doing? You're racking up debt or whatever. And I think, I mean, hopefully me saying a prediction isn't bad, but I think what's going to happen next is we're going to be able to offer that to the consumer. So I think we're going to be able to say, hey, Mr. Seller, you need to put about $10,000 into your property in order to get top dollar. And we're going to be able to share that same concept because now we're a bank with a seller who can then paint their home, get new carpet, and actually be able to compete in the market. Otherwise, their only option is to call you and sell it to you, right? And then they'll pay it off at close.
Yeah. That is,
it's going to be a game changer. I don't know if that's like 100%, but I would say I do think that's.
But if you're an agent listening to this, there's this gap because I'm an investor. I buy homes cash. That doesn't always make sense. Like honestly, 9 times out of 10, the market is better. Okay, then you have full market, but it needs some love. So I created this thing called an RTS listing, which is a renovate to sell. I didn't create it, but it's what I call it, an RTS listing. I'll put my money up. I renovate it for you, but you're going to pay me interest on that. Well, not everybody has the extra 20 grand laying around to do that. A lot of agents don't. Well, now with this, you can access your funds, compete with Templeton, and be like, hey, I have the same 20 grand. I'll do the renovation. And he's going to charge you interest because he's a lender and he wants interest on everything. Sorry. And now you just beat me on that listing because you have access to capital.
Yes.
And that is where agents are like, every week in this company, I'm always like, oh, like that. again.
Like no one
but
is
wait,
going to be
there's
able to
more.
compete. Yeah, it's like the
I know,
way
it's like,
that's smart.
you get 7 scrub daddies.
Wait, I was trying yesterday to explain the idea of the wallet points.
Yeah.
And how you redeem them.
Yeah.
If you owe, let's say you're paying your 15% needs to go to the company because you haven't capped yet, you can use your points to offset that 15%. Yeah. And it's so simple. And somebody was like, no, I don't understand how you can do that. And I'm like, well, let me show you.
Yeah.
You just go into the transaction and you hit redeem points. And that's it. And it's so simple.
I love that you're not walking around in some virtual world. It's all confusing.
Yeah.
It's an app.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, it's native to what we all know. We all know apps.
Yeah.
My business is right here. And if I get on the desktop, I have a little bit more robust view, but it's right here. Every transaction, every rev share, every payment, real wallet, it's in an app.
Yeah.
And for me, I need simple because your boy ain't that smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I need that.
Not to mention, I think I know for a fact that like Jenna, our COO, who I love her so much, she's
awesome.
incredible, and they are working really hard to take a lot of the compliance off of our brokers so that our brokers can like be there for us and be involved and be collaborative with us at the state level, and all of that is able to come off of their shoulders because of our tech.
Yeah.
like everything is
That's
truly
huge.
based on this
So
amazing technology.
And people listening might not understand this, so maybe just explain like how our state brokers have been training Leo, which is our AI, and how that's taking off their workload so that they can focus where they should be focused.
Yeah, because previously everything had to be checked line by line for initials and check boxes. And now that our broker team has spent hours showing Leo and our AI system,
Months.
It's just been an amazing project for them, but they've completed it. Now AI can check our documents and see right away if we forgot an initial, because we do how often do we forget initials and stuff? And so that now all of that weight gets to come off of our broker team because of the technology that we've put into place.
Yeah.
And they've worked hard on as well.
Our broker team's so excited about this. I love it.
It's amazing.
Well, and that's like whenever I meet with them, I'm like, I try to give them the good and the bad, and I struggle to find like the negative anymore.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will lean on is I was like, guys, when I first got here, the broker support was tough.
Yeah.
And what I love about Real is they heard us, they listened to us, and they fix it. Like I think our broker rating or whatever was like 40% when I got here. It was rough.
It was.
And we were growing fast and we were breaking things. And I would always tell people like, yo, that's one issue that we're having. When I tell you today that broker rating, whatever, is over 90%.
Yeah.
Every agent that comes over, they go, oh, I never even get past Hey Leo, because you could just ask, not Hey Leo.
You're
But
right.
You could, Leo is our AI that you can ask the question. Typically that answers it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't answer it, you get the support team on it right away. And then you still have real human beings the way you would at any brokerage.
Yep.
I call Ashley or I call Courtney and I'm like, yo, I got this issue. And they're like, hey, Temp, what do you need?
Yeah.
So you have like these 3 layers that I never even get to what most people just have the 1 layer of a person.
Yeah.
It's true.
so
and I
good.
think that's a big question that comes up. And anybody watching this, one of the questions is always, well, what's broker support like?
Yeah.
You're cloud-based, right? There's no office. What's broker support like? We have the best broker support.
Such great broker support.
And if a state doesn't, if somebody's watching this and they're in another state, I can promise you at the corporate level, like they're on it and they're constantly making sure that broker support is good. And if it's not, they're going to step in and they're going to fix it immediately.
Even from a team leads aspect, like the AI questions you can ask before, like ask Leo before you come to me is a game changer for a team leader's time, because I know they're bogged down with so many like questions like that to where it's like, this is so helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, Leo answers everything. It's been amazing to watch that roll out too and be so robust. You can ask it anything and it'll just...
I call it Hey Denise.
Hey,
Like my wife. Got all the answers.
I love that. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, you know what's up.
Yeah.
All right, well, I just have to say, this has been one of my favorite episodes. Energy's popping.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you are just a spark plug of just great energy, good vibes. The fact that you're at 225 in your network,
So cool.
you're hitting a lead every year, and you're only just getting going. We all are.
Yeah.
So freaking
We are all, it's going to be our year. 26
Yeah,
is like our
it
year
is.
to just pop, I think. So
Where do people follow you?
Instagram, hey, Shay Noonan. Like, hey.
Great follow.
Shay, thank you.
Your content's money.
Give me a
Yeah,
follow.
it is really great.
That would be the best. I'm in my DMs. If anytime there's a question, like I'm open book. So you can always shoot me a DM. You can also Vibe Society. You can join, if you're a woman, you can join us on Facebook in the Vibe Society and join our call. You don't have to be at Real to join our call.
Yep.
So we would love to have you join us up there too.
Awesome.
You're the best, Shay. Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
You guys,
great.
thank you. You guys can find us everywhere on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Where else?
That's it.
Yeah, those two places is what I meant.
I'm actually really stoked we're on Apple Podcasts. That was a challenge.
That's a big deal.
It was a challenge, yeah.
We're doing really good.
Heck yeah.
You guys,
Heck yeah.
if you haven't shared this, liked, subscribed, shown us some love.
Do it. Leave us
go.
a review, all the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye.